Yeah. Let's get it started, y'all. Where my sounds at, y'all? I was making a thumbnail, but then I got a call. Come on. What was that? That was it. It's another one by BLE Bishop. Chef Beats. Y'all hear the intro. Y'all see how it's coming in. Mm. Y'all hear it? 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 Yeah. Earlier, I think I ran the same beat, but it was just coming straight from the phone. Now it's in the task cam, it sound way better. Mm-hmm. Y'all gonna make me give you these bars, bars, bars. Give you these bars, bars. Y'all gonna make me give you these bars. We back. We back in business, Baltimore. We back in business, Baltimore. Nothing's true. We ain't gonna play with you. We gonna lay with you and stay with you. Like eczema. We ain't going nowhere. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's it for now. We gonna get straight to it, man. Late show, no Diddy. No funny business. No funny business. If you don't want your producer dancing in the videos, you know. You heard Suge Knight. If you don't want your producer dancing in the videos, holla at your boy. Come on over to Death Row. I know Suge Knight in jail. Like, yeah, they finally got him. He in jail too. Oh man. I just got off the phone with C. Terrell Scott. And yeah, man, we was chopping it up. We be having some good conversations, building, trying to collaborate, figure out, share information and resources. And he do beats too, y'all. He do beats. I'ma see what them Jones sound like. I need to go on this page. I heard something on this page, but I'ma go and do the dig deep. I'ma go and do a deep dive into his page and see what I could come up with. Yeah. I told him I want some with some horns in it, man. I want some with some horns in it. So yeah, today I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because I gotta get up early tomorrow to work. So I ain't gonna be here for no prolonged period of time. I gave y'all a little something yesterday, gave you a little something this morning. Now I'm gonna top y'all with man, he can't even talk crazy these days. I'm gonna give y'all something to go to sleep with. So today I was watching what is it, the Friday Night Lights? That new show that's on Peacock. Give it up. That Kevin Hart, Samuel L. Jackson. Give it up. Oh man, good show. But what it touched on is I think they was sitting there robbing the big guy that was in charge of everything, the person that do all the killing. And it was like, it made me sit back and think. It was like, do people actually, when they crash out, why do people crash out in the fashion that they do? Because you see it all the time in some of these impoverished neighborhood. People, they jack boys, they robbery boys. But do they ever take in consideration, you know, the backlash for some of their actions? The backlash, what the potential, you know, pitfalls of their plans. Like, what can really go wrong? Like, I don't even think they be considering. I don't think they think outside of themselves. I don't even think they really be thinking. I think half the time they might be under some sort of substance when they come up with some of these plans. Because you got to think, a lot of times the man that do got the money in some of these cities, in these organizations, they ain't get that money for selling trick or treat candy. You know, that money usually come from a, a lot of dirt. What I mean by dirt is it usually come with a lot of violence. You know, when you rise up in the ranks of the criminal activities, it usually come with a lot of violence, a lot of harm been done to others. And some of these guys, they probably grew up like if you think about John Gotti, they killers in suits. You know, matured over the age, over the years, and became quasi businessmen. But at the heart of it, they killers. And a lot of these street personalities that you look at, the ones that do got the money, they usually done killed or did some damage, caused some physical harm. Usually you don't get to those heights of crime without the violence involved with it. Like they hand in hand. You look at the El Chapos, you look at any major organization or any organized crime or any faction, and it's usually a trail of blood behind it. And that's why I wonder, you know, you look at some of these people and you might not see them in a raw because, you know, they got a little bit of money now so they could afford to look like something that they not. You know, they ain't looking like killers because they got on designer. They ain't looking like, you know, the dude that'll shoot you in your face, the dude that'll kill your mama and your brother. They don't look like that because they dressed a little bit different. They ain't in the same circles as what you would think, but a lot of time these people in those positions are there for a reason because they done went through your mind frame and probably was 10 times, 20 times worse than what you were. And you trying things like this not only endangers you, but it also endangers everybody around you. And what you think people gonna do when they can't get to you? When somebody can't get to you, you think they gonna be like, oh man, you know what, let's just call it quits, man. It's over, man. We ain't gotta worry about him no more. Hold on, let me turn that down. Just in case it was somebody in the chat I wanted to see. But what you think they gonna just say? Oh man, we can't find him. Let that go. It don't work like that. They gonna say we can't find you. So our next step, let's draw him out. That's the next step. When somebody can't find you because you hiding too good, they get tired of playing hide go seek. So they say, let's make him come to us. And you know how they make you come to them? They get your mama, they get your baby, they get your girl, your wife. And it's like, was you thinking about these people? You weren't thinking about those people. You ain't consider none of that. You thought you was just gonna get away scotch free. But these people in their positions because they're usually good at something. They're good at something. And a lot of times it's usually hurting other people. So when you did make that move, just like they did on that show, man, you know, the downside of it, you can't hide. Ain't no hiding. Especially if it's more than one person involved. If it's one person involved, you know, it still fall back on you. But if it's just, you know, a group effort, how long you think that's gonna last? Before somebody tell a girl and she tell her friend, and next thing you know it's back to the person you robbed. How long you think it's gonna last for somebody feel like they want to get your money? And what happens a lot of times is you might have a couple partners, 3 or 4 people involved with a crime with you, and everybody backstabbing each other. Y'all done got off with about $100,000, but he know you got 30. He done spent his 30. He don't want to rob no more big time drug boys. He know where the 30 at. He coming to get it from you. And he's saying, man, why not? I know where it's at. You know, I deserve it more than him. And there's a lot of snakery and corruption and, you know, not thinking. You're not really thinking with a clear mind. And it'll lead to you doing some stupid stuff. It'll lead you getting yourself into something. And a lot of times you might be good at hiding, but your son ain't. You might be good at hiding, but your little brother ain't. You know, it's a whole school. Is a the graveyard full of people that wasn't involved in the crime that wind up getting killed behind somebody else's stuff. It's full of it, full of it, full of it, full of it. So you just gotta think, man. You know, don't just be so desperate in your thinking. If you want to stay alive, some people don't care, so you know they gonna do what they do anyway. You gotta, you got a lot of people that's just they call them crash out dummies. They crash dummies. You know they don't care. They don't care about their mama, and you know they they usually get they usually get what's coming to them. You don't see a lot of crash dummies make it to the top. You know, crash dummies and being on top usually don't go hand in hand. That's why they call you a crash dummy because you're a dummy. You're a dummy and you'll crash out soon. But yeah, another thing we was talking about was Diddy, Diddy, and we was talking about Dame Dash, and C. Terrell Scott was asking me my opinion of Dame Dash, and I gave my honest opinion. You know, I said I don't trust the man. You know, he sound good. He sound like he know what he talking about. But then again, if you really listen to what he's saying, some of the stuff don't add up. Cause he up there, I just seen a clip of him saying he don't go to the Diddy parties, but his pictures of him floating around in the bed. It was him, Aaliyah, J Lo, Andre Harrell, Puff Daddy, well Diddy, and they was all like they had the all white. They was in the bed together, taking a photograph, and it's like, but you don't go to the Diddy parties. And I sometimes you gotta listen to people for what they don't say, and you gotta use your best judgment in trying to figure out things, because people will mislead you, they'll lie to you, they'll talk fast to you, especially if you don't know them. You ain't got nothing else to hold it up against. You really don't know if they telling the truth or not, but you gotta just use your best discernment. And like some of the stories I heard from him, like the misappropriation of the money when he was with Rockefeller. I think he was talking about how he had control of Rockaway, but he was doing all types of miscellaneous things with the money and really won't account for it. You know where the money was going, and was getting the money on the back end, chasing down money to kind of do what he wanted to do with it. And I said, man, that don't sound like good business to me. That sound like you stealing. That sound like you stealing from your own business. And it's like, how are you stealing from your own business? That mean you, like, who steals from themselves? It doesn't make sense. So it's like a lot he not saying, a lot he probably misleading people on, and not saying that he not sharp, not saying that, you know, he don't know a lot, not saying he's not a good businessman or, you know, some sort of businessman or whatever. I just don't know. But I know one thing, you can't believe everything people say out their mouth, especially when they trying to paint a certain narrative. So I listened to him, but then I kind of observe him and what type of person he is. Like, he the type of person to try to dominate a situation, and like, you might come up with a good idea, he'll sit there and be like, oh, your idea ain't no good because you ain't doing it this way. And it's like, all right, man. Like, how much of that you gonna put up with before, you know, you just don't want to be around that man, or you snap on that man? And he seemed like the type that if you disagree with him, you got to end that off physically, because he might want to box with you. He might know how to box, so you got to try to, you know, like, how long that's going to take before you might be friends, but by the end of that, y'all, like, how many times you get, man, I don't want no friends. I got a fist fight. I'll tell you that right now. If I got to fist fight you, we ain't friends. We ain't friends no more. Because what's going to happen? Either I'm going to get the best of you, or you going to get the best of me. And it's for something like that, I'm going to be looking at you side, man. I'm going to be trying to hurt you. I'm going to be trying to hurt you, because I'm going to be figuring that something wrong with you because I didn't insult you, I didn't offend you, and here we is going back and forth. Maybe in my younger days when I was in my teens or something like that would have got away, but nah. So to see that he flagrant, he belligerent, and if you don't accept his his interactions, like if you can't adjust your interactions, that means you don't have a level of maturity to you. You got to be able to adjust and deal with each person in a caliber to where they can receive it. And if you're not, moving like that, then I guess you get whatever come your way. If you can steamroll people, then get the steam rolling. But somebody gonna stop you at some point. So you see, I guess you seeing the results of him being stopped because he having his ups and downs as far as him going through his financial problems. He probably want to blame Jay-Z for all of it, but I'm quite sure Jay-Z not the only person he rubbed the wrong way. He might got a group of people that like the way he think and like the way he interact with them, but then he might got other people that it don't sit well with them. They not on the same vibe as you. They not operating in the same essence that you operating. They don't want to box with you all the time. A lot of people might not want to box with you. They might just want to stab you. Or you might want to stab. They might, see that coming ahead of time and might be like, look, man, let me sidestep him because he a headache right now. He an obstacle of what I'm really trying to, So I don't know. He kind of just rubbed me the wrong way. I like some of the talk, but then some of it I don't like. Also, I seen how I think he was saying that Jay-Z was messing with Aaliyah first, and then he backdoored Jay-Z and started messing with Aaliyah. And he kind of just talked right over the whole situation. I'm like, okay, if you knew Jay-Z was trying to, mess with Aaliyah, why would you backdoor and find your, like, what type of friend are you? What type, like, who want to do business with somebody that'll do that? Nobody. That's enough to make somebody not want to do business, not want to do nothing with you because you untrustworthy. And then you'll be sitting there like, oh, he want to go his own way over. Nah, it's deeper than the girl. It's the part that you can't be trusted. All these people in the world, all these women in the world, you want the same one I want. Like, what's that about? Like, what's the core of that actually? That points to something deeper because we having all types of money. We having all types of exposure. So there's no lack of women. Why you want the same one that I'm trying to engage with? Like, it's a problem there. And if you can't see that problem, you think that's okay, then maybe we don't need to be around each other. But I don't think some people think like, some people don't think. They like, oh, you ain't get it as fast as I could. And, all right, you know what? If I got to be in the same situation with you and you that type of person, it ain't gonna never be no peace because you did that to my girl. What if I have a wife and I got a family? What's to say you won't come in that situation feeling like, if you can holler at my wife, that's good too. And, she won't really my wife if she hollered at you. That's the type of mentality you have. So it's like, I can't even have you around me. I can't even have you around me because if you do that, I might leave my phone somewhere. I might leave some money somewhere. Somebody like you will come along and pick it up and feel like, I lose, I snooze, I lose type. Like you ain't got no principle about yourself. So that's what I actually seen in him. That type of behavior that, it comes out of you. He ain't even lead out with that, but that type of stuff was coming in his conversation when he was talking. So, I heard it, and my observation of him, I really don't know him, so it ain't much that I'm really talking about. Just my observations of the interviews and stuff I seen. I say, I think he untrustworthy. I think that man untrustworthy, and he might have loyalties to some, but I think he untrustworthy. I think he a manipulator, and I think he the type that'll shoot your ideas to big up himself. Like he'll try to crush your dreams in order to fashion you in the image that he see fit. And maybe that ain't for you. Maybe it is. But if you let him, he'll steamroll over you. So, I think that's a character flaw. I think that's a character flaw. And when I see him and hear him, I see flaws. So it's like, everybody ain't nobody perfect, but I maybe not want to do business with somebody like that. You know, that ain't my character. So it's like when I think of Dash, dang Dash, I think of somebody you might want to just chop it up with, maybe open your eyes to a certain angle or something like that, but not nobody I might want to do business with on a long term basis. Not if that's something you got to deal with. Maybe that's not even his personality. Maybe that's something he present out there to the world, and maybe he a whole different person. But that's what I seen. So I'm gonna go ahead and oh man, matter of fact, we got into the Diddy situation as well. We chopped it up about Diddy, and it's on the fence, y'all. Personally, I think Diddy guilty. I've been hearing about these charades, these masquerade parties, and these extravagant situations. I've been hearing about this man tied into the streets, know a lot of street people and involved in a lot of crimes here and there. His name at the bottom of a lot of this, the muckety muck that goes on in the music industry. And I think what was the clip I seen? I think it had him and Fabulous up there. Fabulous, Jada Kiss was up there, and I think they had a Dread up there. And man, that man was drunk. He was talking crazy, talking about, man, when we gonna spend some time together for your birthday? And it's like, man, what you mean when we gonna spend some time? Like, huh? And then 50 Cent, before that even happened, 50 Cent came out with a story that the man was like, man, when we gonna let me take you shopping? Like, huh? Like what? Like who's, huh? Like I can imagine, I can imagine somebody I know talking about because I think I've had people say something not along those lines, but like, man, let's go out together. And I'm like, man, I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out with you, man. Like that don't sound like you invite me to a date or something. Like, nah, man, I'm chilling. I be in the house, man. I ain't trying to go out. Like we ain't teenagers no more looking for a party to go to, man. We grown men with families and responsibilities and jobs to go to in the next day. Like, what you what you want to go out party the night away with and get in trouble? Like, nah, man, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go out. And you never know what's behind the minds of men sometime, man. Like, what would possess you to say we ain't never spend no time together for your birthday? Like, man, Diddy out of this. I don't know what level he operating on, man. He operating on that no Diddy style, man. And it's like, man, I've been suspicious of that man for years. I think he's suspect, man. And I think there's a lot of people in this trail that'll say something all the way dating back to Tupac. I think Biggie was saying something about that man years ago. Mace. Like, it scores of people shine. Craig Mack. What's his name? Big Gene. Mace. I don't know, Black Robs, he hinted towards something, but he ain't want to air out the whole business and stuff like that. But it's like, it's a host of people who I think that man then did some, you had Cat Williams out here talking about that man parties. You got Orlando Brown, man. It's scores of people that's in here talking crazy, giving you insight to what type of, person he is or what type of behavior he displaying, and then some of you see yourself. Then you can see this man, like, and then you got people justifying why he handled Cassie the way he handled it. Man, he beat that girl down. And it's like, how you turn a blind eye to that? He was dragging her and beating on her. Like, what if that was your sister, or what if that was your mama? regardless of what she done. Like, and if you feel like that's justified, that you can put your hands on a woman like that, like something wrong with your mind, something wrong with your brain, something wrong with your character. It's flawed. If you can't see something wrong with you handling somebody that's of lesser stature than you, that means something wrong with you. Because, like, if I gotta sit here and explain to you, matter of fact, I got time today. Men, if you're a man, I don't know what philosophy you come up under, but you get no points for fighting on, abusing on, and beating on your woman, no matter what she's done. No matter what she's done. You know, if she's cheating on you, that's no excuse for you to be. If you feel like you want to hit and assault and abuse the woman you with, whether she's your wife, your girlfriend, or your baby mother, just leave. Just leave. You know, step away from that, because obviously what you thought was there isn't there. You know, if she'll do something like that to you, then she's not the right one for you. So instead of you abusing and hitting on her and, you know, beating her up like she a dude in the street or something, you know, it might be best for you to end that relationship, because you get no, like, what you think gonna happen after you whoop on her? You think that's gonna make her act right? No. No. You think the slaves didn't want their freedom just because they got beat? No. People still want to do what they want to do. People still are who they are. Even after you hit on them and abuse them, they still have whatever inside of their heart and mind is still there. You don't beat that out. So it's like you're beating on somebody that cannot beat you, and you know this. And you probably, if you the type to beat on somebody, you probably got other issues you should have been dealing with that you ain't deal with. Somebody out there that done took something from you or done whooped you. You got a dude out there that done beat you up, but you sitting here ready to beat on your old lady. You know what? Y'all, man, hitting on your girl, regardless of the situation, dead wrong. Abusing your girl, dead wrong. There's really no excuse for it. If you in a relationship with somebody that you fighting on, hold on, hit that mic. If you in a relationship with somebody you fighting on, that's dead wrong. And if you in the mix of that, you need to be getting out of that. And I don't care who you listening to. If somebody's saying you need to be beating on your old lady, they dead wrong, man. They dead wrong. They dead wrong, because you're supposed to think your way around that. You're supposed to be bigger than that as a man, because if she cheating on you, just because you beat her up, that ain't gonna stop her from cheating on you. Because whatever was there that made her cheat on you before you whooped her, that's still there. You know, so I'm a shut it down with that. We got into the Diddy situation. We got into the Dame Dash situation. And we got into the Crash Dummy situation. And I ain't even get to relay none of this stuff really back to myself like I usually like to do. But this time slipping away from me. I just wanted to give y'all about 15 or 20. And here I am at 28, man. I'm giving y'all more than y'all can handle, man. I'm giving y'all more than y'all can handle. I don't even know if y'all appreciate this, man. I'm giving y'all a lot, man. Y'all gonna come appreciate it, because I'm gonna keep coming at y'all, man. Like I said, I ain't gonna play with you. I'm gonna lay with you and stay with you. But let me get out of here, man. Let me get off this right here and get this music going again, man, so I can take y'all out of here. Again, y'all know what this is. This Chef Beats, BLE Bishop. This track is called Another One. I think on the next one, when I come on next time, I'm going to give y'all something, man. I'm going to give y'all some bars on the next one, man. Y'all going to get these bars. Y'all going to get these bars. Y'all going to get these bars. I got something in the cut. I've been jotting down a little something here and there. Yeah. I might, let me. I'm floating in like the breeze in the wind. Woo. I'm floating in like a cool breeze. I'm floating in like a cool breeze. I can feel it, y'all. I'm floating in like a cool breeze. Who, me? I can feel it coming back. I'm hell when I'm well, y'all. I said I'm hell when I'm well. Problem is, I stay sick all the time. Yeah, we had a good session today, y'all. Just let's get to it. And to it with a you, cause I always got you in mind. Like I said, I'm gonna give y'all these bars. I'm coming in like that cool breeze. Who, me? Make them say, ooh, wee. I'm coming in like that cool breeze. Feel good. Don't get me misunderstood. I'm gonna give y'all some of these bars, man. Y'all gonna get these bars, I'm telling you, man. Y'all gonna get these bars. I'm out of here, y'all, man. Y'all have a good night, man. Wake up and go to work tomorrow. That's what it is.